Let's move to our next guest. He goes by the name of Stelios from Tottenham away. Stelios, how you doing, my friend? Another loss, 10th loss of the season. But is this one a bit different to you than maybe previous losses, or is it all the same for you?
Yeah, hi guys. Big up to you both. Big up to the chat. Happy New Year as well.
Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year. Yeah, for me, same old, same old. I know a lot of fans most probably are going to jump on this and say the referee's to blame, injuries are to blame, the virus is to blame, and you know, just find excuses for complete failure. I'll tell you what I saw, and you know, I've heard what you guys think and what Arian thinks. I think most fans will side with you guys and Arian on this one, but what I saw was an absolutely chaotic first half of football where everything's 100 miles per hour. The free kicks have to be taken quickly, the throw-ins have to be taken quickly, the goal kicks have to be taken quickly. There's just no control. It's just 100 miles per hour, and it leads to errors. This bonkers playing out from the back when you've got the players that we've got on the pitch. We deserve to get caught out. I don't believe it was a handball for the first goal, not at all. I do think Dan Burn should have been sent off for a second yellow, though. That I do think should have happened. But that's football. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. You've got to go with the cards you're dealt with. Bruno Fernandes was incorrectly sent off at Old Trafford when we were 1-0 up, and you know that's how it goes. You get some, you don't get some. I thought it was a really good start from Spurs, high energy. We had them pinned back, a brilliant cross from Porro, a good header from Solanke. That's what I expect from a £60 million striker. Their goal, first goal, was, you know, everything that sums up Spurs. You know, a good start, and then we've got our Tottenham back. Just a shambles at the back. Defensive plays and tactical plays, patterns of play that this manager refuses to change, and it costs us, and it keeps costing us.
So nothing to do with the fact it hit John Linton's hand. You think that's got nothing to do with why we conceded?
Well, why is Bergvall trying to make that pass when you've got two players that close to you?
He would have pulled it off if it didn't hit the hand.
But he didn't pull it off, though, did he?
Because it hit his hand.
That's the point. Yeah, but
John Linton's hand was just out.
But he's taking that risk in an area that you don't need to take that risk, because if it doesn't quite go right, they're in. And it's about mitigating risk when you don't have the team on the pitch that potentially can play the way you want. And this is the argument of not adapting. If you've got the tools, yeah, play it. Let's see if it works. But when you don't, this is what happens. And we see it time and time against him.
You think we sit back, we try and do something different with this defence that's going to hold up to scrutiny?
I never said to sit back in this game, but everything's 100 miles an hour. Slow it down, man. Right? Why must we go full throttle, which just makes it chaotic? And
because the more you let them settle Newcastle, they get settled in defence. We need to get it up there quickly to try and catch them out. Otherwise, they just get settled in, and it's a lot harder to break them down.
Yeah, but when you speed it up and you're playing 100 miles per hour, you're more susceptible to making errors because you're playing at such a fast pace constantly. There's times where you just need to put your foot on the ball, just slow down and think before the throw-in. Is there a better option? But we don't do that. It's so full throttle that it leads to mistakes. That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying don't go fast. Go fast. But you don't have to do it for the whole 90 minutes, man. Slow it down. In the first half, we were just very chaotic, and Solanke was giving away the ball, Kulu was giving away the ball, Johnson's giving away the ball, Werner's giving away the ball. It's because everything's so 100 miles an hour. And that, look, I'm just telling you what I saw in the first half. Newcastle could have, you know, they were cutting us open at will. Once Tonali and Guimaraes got control of that midfield, they were just all over us. They dominated. And I thought we were lucky to go in at 2-1. It could have been 3 or 4-1 at half-time. Second half, completely different game. Spurs had more possession. Spurs were the more dominant team. I don't think the defence were hardly troubled at all. So the worry of having Gray and Spence as the centre-backs, it wasn't really a problem in the end because Newcastle didn't do anything. And this is where I'll give credit to the team. But we fell into Newcastle's hands to some degree because by having control of the game and having possession the way we did, it was Newcastle away all over again. Lots of possession, lots of control, no end product.
Johnson, so you argue we should have made it more chaotic?
No, I'm saying we didn't have the players on the pitch to create when we had control of the game. Johnson created nothing. Solanke created nothing. Son created nothing. Maddison, other than a long-range shot, which was unlucky, created nothing. We created nothing. If you look at the stats, one clear-cut chance the whole game, and that was in the first half. We created nothing in that second half. Lots of crosses, lots of aimlessly uncontrolled balls being smashed across the goal line. But kids do that. What did we create in that second half? Where did the goalkeeper really have to do something in that second half for Newcastle?
Yeah, he didn't. But still, like,
that's the point.
I've agreed in a lot what you're saying, you know, in recent weeks about, you know, heavily critical towards Ange and the team and everything like that. But in this game, do you not give the team credit for everything coming into it? Hardly a player training this week because of the illness, the injuries that we do have. Second half, we had not one recognised centre-back in the starting line on the pitch. And I thought they gave a valiant effort and they were giving everything for the badge today.
People go to work every day putting in the effort to make money. Very few become millionaires. We can praise effort, no problem. But I'm not here as a grassroots coach who praises kids saying, well done, we lost, but you tried your best. Because that's what you do with kids. This is the men's game, right? I'm looking for something where I say to myself, did we do something different in this game to try and counter Newcastle? No. When we did have a foot in the game and we were controlling, did we have the players on the pitch to unlock the doors? Let's have it right. Romero and Van der Ven were missing. Okay. But we spent £30 million on Dragusin.
Dragusin hadn't trained all week. He's been suffering with illness and he had to go off at half time.
Okay, so don't start him then. That's a manager's decision. You've got Dorrington, who's a centre-back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dorrington. So, the point is, I'm looking to see, are we doing something different when we're up against it? When our backs are up against the wall, when the terrain is tough? Because you look at Newcastle and look, this is a perfect example of what I mean. In that second half, there's no way that game went the way Newcastle wanted. They're thinking they've got an academy goalie. By the way, big shout out to Brandon Austin. I've been on many shows and I've said, why are we playing Forster when we've got Brandon Austin? He was in England under 21. He did really well for England as well. He's a good goalkeeper. When I speak to the recruitment officer at Spurs, they praise him a lot. And apparently we're linked to some goalkeeper abroad. No, we don't need to go and buy another goalie. Develop Austin. Keep him at the club and freaking develop him and give him game time. He could be a good goalie for us. And he's one of our own. So I just need to fit that in because that was the only positive.
We're not linked with another goalkeeper. Another goalkeeper's having a medical as we speak.
Jesus Christ, man. This is... okay, look, I'll come back to this because I'm going to deflect. I just wanted to praise Brandon Austin because for me, I was very, very happy that he did well today, made some good saves. I thought aerial threats, he was so commanding, catching the ball, punching it, everything we don't see from the other goalies. You know, big up to Austin today. I thought he did really well. But
he got man of the match today still.
And do you know what? That's fantastic considering he's on the losing team. That's amazing, actually. When does a losing player get man of the match? So, look, I'm a massive fan of players like Austin, who I've been told is very good from within the club, being given a chance. I'm glad he took it. I hope now he replaces Forster as our number 2. I don't understand why we're wasting money on another goalie when we've got an academy player there that is capable. He just needs to be given a bloody chance. You know, just like Dorrington, you haven't got centre-backs. Give him a chance. We lost the game anyway. What would it have mattered? Let him play. But that second half, guys, it didn't go the way Newcastle wanted. There's no way Eddie Howe thought, yes, they've got Austin in goal. They've got a right back at centre-back, a CDM at centre-back. Brilliant. We should really go for them. But it didn't go that way, did it? It didn't go the way they thought. And what did Eddie Howe do? As he realised it's not going to quite go the way he wanted, he subtly changed the shape and he brought on more defensive players. He took off the striker, and that was him saying, do you know what? I'm a winner. I want the points. It's about the win, not entertainment, not effort. And he brought on more defensive players and took off his main striker to compensate, and he saw it out. That's what I'm looking for from Ange. Can you do that in key moments of games? You could say to me, yeah, but look, he brought on Son, he brought on Maddison, he did make some changes, and fair play, but I need to see that we can see out games as much as just going for it.
Whenever in the
Ange's
league.
got no problem going for it. Ange's got no problem going for it. Yeah, go win, score. But that other side of the game is lacking. And today, I saw Eddie Howe adapt when it didn't go his way, and he got the points. And Spurs, when it's not going our way, and we don't have the defensive players in the squad, let's still play it out from the back. Let's still take risk. Well, there you go. That first half cost
I think
us,
probably
and
Brandon went straight to Solanke today more than most keepers this season for us have gone direct to Solanke. I would argue that. We were going direct to Solanke a lot more, I think, today than in general.
He definitely played a lot more long balls, which gave possession to the other team. But what he should have done is send it long and wide where the space was. But look, the point is, we should not have played out from the back today, in my view. You could see it every time he took a goal kick, the two centre-backs came and stood next to him. They were looking for it. The fact he went long, good. I'm glad. But you could see he was looking for it because the coach had told him that's what you've got to be doing. And it partly cost us. But I look at that game, guys, and I just feel what's going to happen now is everyone's going to get excited because the effort was good. We huffed and we puffed. But we lost the game, man. And that's the cold reality. Do you know, in the last 30 points in the league, guys, the last 30 points, do you know how many points we've won?
Not many, that's for sure. You could probably count them on one hand.
Almost. It's 8. 8 points in 30.
Yeah.
At what point do we say, look, effort to one side, entertainment to one side, this has got to stop. We can't continue as a
but what manager's
like
coming in and playing Spence and Gray as centre back and winning games? Who's doing that?
But Spence and Gray weren't a problem today.
No, credit to the team that they weren't a problem, but that's credit to Ange that they weren't a problem. I think for most of the teams they would have been more of a problem. We dealt with it just about, but what other manager is going to cause them to be less of a problem than they were today, if you know what I mean? Like who can deal with that situation and stop unless you're getting in a more, I guess, defensive-minded manager who's going to just sit low, and even then, I don't know if the defense is going to hold up to scrutiny. I'm just looking at what we're given at the moment. I just can't see too many managers getting more out of this team right now.
Sim, I want a balanced manager, right? This is the weak argument that's circulating across the fan base. People think that if you're Ange out, you want pragmatic. I don't want pragmatic. I want balance. I want a manager that knows when to attack, when to defend.
We weren't balanced today? We weren't balanced today?
That first half was balanced, was it?
Yeah. We were just under the cosh.
They absolutely owned us for about 25, 30 minutes of that second half. There was no balance. It was chaos. We were all over the place. It was a mess. The commentators were laughing. They were saying... The commentators were saying, do you know what? Spurs going forward, they can be such a joy, so entertaining, but my God, at the back, they don't half shoot themselves in the foot every game.
Look who we got at the back.
So don't play out of the back. That's
he didn't as much. He actually didn't. That's the point.
We did
it. We're not going to just stop completely playing out the back. Like never play out the back now. We got to mix it up. You don't
play out of the back when you have those players and you're playing out of the back and Newcastle position where they are and we're taking that kind of risk. No, you don't do that. You don't, and we did. That's exactly what we did.
The only time we got caught was when Joe Linton handballed the ball. That was the only time, really, that cost us.
Don't take the risk on that passing. That's my point. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it don't. But if you don't have those players, if you don't have your full team, and you know you're up against it, take away that risk. And I think there's managers out there that will say, we're not going to do this. Today, we're not going to do this. This isn't the day, especially against Newcastle, a team that can punish you. If it was like Southampton, you'd kind of say, do you know what? Why not? Why not? They don't hurt anyone. But an informed Newcastle scoring 3-4 goals every game, we do that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. So, you know, maybe we can disagree on it. I'm happy to disagree. But the thing is, loss. How much longer do we defend this? We're Tottenham Hotspur. We're Tottenham Hotspur, and we are accepting this. For me, another manager brings balance to this team. For example, the fullbacks. Today, Pedro Porro showed us he's an out-and-out wing-back. There's no doubt. He showed it today again. Play him as that player. Play him as that overlapping wing-back. Another manager comes in and says, do you know what? My best goal-scoring and assist-creating player this season is Maddison. You're starting the game, man. You're starting the game. Wing-backs. Whether it's Reggie, whether it's Spence, whether it's Porro, you're going to overlap. You're not going to go into that midfield, and you're going to put balls in the box. There's things that can be done differently that another manager brings to this team, and I think another manager, guys, played with the number 6. Actually says you are going to sit there and you are going to protect it. These things have not been adapted. These things haven't changed. And today, yeah, look, I'll give it to you, Sim. The effort was high. The energy was high. We tried, and one goal in it, it's anyone's game. But the point is, we lost. We lost again. And it's because this manager, that first half was chaos.
Surely we did a lot better today than you expected, though, coming into it.
100%. I predicted we'd lose 4-2. That second half, I didn't expect that first half. And credit to the team. Well done for pushing.
That's all I wanted to hear, Stel, today. Credit to the team, because I think the team do deserve a lot of credit today.
But they lost, though, Ben.
I get that. And I'm very frustrated we lost, but I felt like we didn't deserve a lose today. A loss.
What did we create to win it, Ben?
I think we didn't create too many openings or clear-cut chances, but we were pressing.
Come on.
We were pressing and probing. You know, Brennan Johnson puts it across. Brennan Johnson put it across the ball in the second half. You know, we definitely could have got a goal with a bit more quality in that situation. I thought our attacking players in Kulusevski, Brennan, and particularly Timo in the first half were really bad today. That's the reality.
So it goes back to what I just said. What did we create that second half other than smashing the ball as hard as we can across the goal, hoping? What did we actually create?
Solanke had some headers. Brennan hit the post. Maddison had that chance that flashes an inch wide. We had Brennan who hit it across the face of goal, an inch away. Solanke falls to Reguilon, who probably should have, Brennan should have shot from that position as well. He put it across the face of goal, but he should be probably shooting, getting there on target. I'm not saying it was tons and tons. Newcastle, a very good team who are in good form. They've conceded 2 goals in their last 5 games. They're a good team in good defensive form at the moment, but we probed, we were trying our best, we did create openings, and we restricted Newcastle to barely anything in that second half.
We didn't create openings. We did not create openings.
We did.
You're making it up. No, we didn't. There was 0
I just went through all the openings we created. I
They're
just went
not
through them. What are
They're
they
not
then?
No, in
openings.
terms, I think you're talking about big chances, Stel, because in terms of big chances, we didn't create any.
No, I'm talking about that second half. Their goalie had
Statistically,
nothing
big
to do.
chances are 0 in the second half, but we did create openings.
We created a long-range shot, which is speculative. Anyone can shoot from long range, right? In the area, in the penalty box, there was 2 crosses that got smashed as hard as they could across the goal. Hit and hope.
Brennan should have shot. He should have shot from that position, but yeah,
he didn't.
Put it on target. I know he didn't, but he should have.
So
That
we
was an
didn't
opening.
create.
That was the
So if you
opening.
don't
Now we
shoot, you
created
haven't
the
created.
opening. We created the opening.
Okay, we created 1 opening for Johnson. That's it.
Okay.
That is it.
Solanke had some headed chances that could have done better with.
Sim,
Johnson
just
hit
admit,
the post. Johnson hit the post. Remember that?
goalie had it covered.
Johnson hit the
He had it
post.
covered.
All right, but he hit the post and that could have gone anywhere. Okay, that could have
The
been a
post
goal.
is not a goal. The post
Yes,
is not
we
a
didn't
goal,
score.
man.
I understand that still, but I'm not saying we did nothing in that second half. I don't agree with that. Yeah, we struggled. Newcastle are a very good defensive team. They've conceded 2 goals in their past 5 games. They just got their best centre back in Botman today as well. Like they're playing well. They're in good form, right? It's not going to be easy, but we peppered them. We did have some openings. If one of them goes our way, we're back them. We did pepper them, and they created nothing. We restricted them to one chance in that second half with that back line.
You're deluded, man. You're so deluded.
What?
Because we did not pepper them. Peppering means their goalie's making saves and catches. He wasn't
That's
doing
your
that.
definition. We had openings. We had possession. We were putting them under pressure. We had momentum. We didn't get over the line, unfortunately. We struggled to create. But what did they have in that second half? With that back line,
you just
what
said
did they
it.
have?
You just said it. Sim,
What?
you just said it. We struggled to create. You agree?
Yeah, we did struggle to create real good openings.
That's my argument.
Yeah, but Newcastle's a very good team. Newcastle's a very good team.
I swear to God, I'm losing my marbles. That second half, man, it was lots of energy, lots of passing, lots of possession, but nothing at the end of it. We didn't create nada. Some shots across the goal line. Johnson hit it from near post. The goalie had it covered anyway. There was nothing where you really felt like that ball's going to go in the back of the net, and their goalie was brilliant, and their defenders made unbelievable tackles or blocks. I just felt, as that second half went on, Newcastle slowly realised Spurs are the better team this half. Let's bring on more defenders. Let's shut it down. And they did. And you know what? That was the tactical tweak towards the end of the game that got it over the line. But look, the game for me was lost in the first half. I think the damage was done then. So, look, Sim, I love you to bits, man. I think we're going to disagree on this for the rest of the season because you definitely are backing Ange, and I've had enough of it. So we're going to argue this all season long.
Probably.
And well, listen, I've almost lost my hair anyway, losing Spurs. What's left of it will be gone by May. I hope you keep your hair because this club
is not going that way.
Oh my lord! Look, I'll end it on a positive, guys. I want to end it on a positive because these losses are just draining the hell out of me. I hope that Brandon Austin becomes the second choice goalie for this club behind Vicario. If we're signing this goalie that you say we are, I'm very disappointed by that because I feel that money could be better spent on maybe a wing back or potentially a loan deal for a goal scoring wide player or maybe another body for that midfield area that can score goals. I'd rather that money that we've got, the budget, goes on a really good quality loan signing, or if we can nab a brilliant deal of a good player on the cheap, I'd rather do that than spend it on another goalie when we've already got 5 signed up to the Europa Cup team. And Brandon Austin today, for me, I think he earned some credibility to be given a proper chance as Spurs' number 2. So I hope that's what happens, but it looks like it's not. So, but hats off to him. Look,
for you, do you think Brandon should start on Wednesday?
I don't think it matters who starts against Liverpool. I mean, look, in some ways, yes, but in another way, do I want to throw him in the deep end like that? Again, you know, because you want to build up his confidence. Because he looked nervous before kickoff. I don't know if you saw when the camera zoomed in, he looked a bit nervous, and I thought, oh shit. But he made a save early on. He caught the ball from a corner early on, and his confidence grew as the game went on. So, look. If he played, I wouldn't be disappointed. And if he makes a mistake and it costs us, I won't come on here and complain because, you know, I want him to be given a chance at the club. The same way Archie Gray's been given a chance and playing regular minutes and Bergvall's now getting minutes. I would, by the way, I don't know what you lot think, but on the TV, fans were booing when Bergvall came off. Do you think that was the right move, guys? I'm 50-50 on it.
I think it was the right move. As well as Bergvall was having a good game, no doubt about it. I do think in the first half he was under massive pressure from Joe Linton. I thought it was a bit of a physical mismatch in the first half. But I thought Maddison, when he came on, I thought he added a different aspect as well. I thought he was a lot better for us going forward.
Yeah, Maddison was good going forward today. Guys, do you think there's a problem between Maddison and Ange? Because why is he not starting games for us? He's got the most combined goals and assists for Spurs this season. He's clearly our most creative attacking mid. Why do you think he's not getting the start?
Well,
That's 2 or 3 games in a row now.
Ange said last game the reason he didn't start was because of illness. He was due to start and he pulled him out last minute because of illness, and then he ended up going to the darts that night anyway. And this game apparently he's been not training because he's been ill as well. So I don't know what's going on.
I just think in a game like today, when you've got Joe Linton, Bruno, Tonali, very, very physical 3, you need to kind of match that as best you can. And apparently, look, he's not been training this week as well with illness, so for a few games. So, look, I love Maddison, but we said when Decky was going to that 10, it was great to have 2 options there. Decky starts in the 10 sometimes and Maddison sometimes. I don't see it as a massive issue. I don't think there's an issue there. I think it's good to be able to change up and have.
I think Maddison starts on Wednesday. I think Maddison
he actually
should start
can't.
on
He's suspended.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, Maddison and Sarr both out for Wednesday, aren't they? Great.
See, that makes me think. He's suspended. Surely start him against Newcastle. I would have liked to have seen.
Maybe
Maddison
he wasn't fit enough to play 90 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's why I said I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50. I just something doesn't add up with me. Maddison should be starting a lot more games than what I'm seeing. But listen, guys, I'm gonna go.
Big up, Stel. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Great chatting to you. And Sim, listen, I do love you. I just want you to know I do love you. All right.